everybody, and welcome to Michelle and Company. Thank you so much for joining us for today's show. We've got a great show for you today, and we're going to start with one of my favorite things to talk about, and that is community involvement and nonprofit work that happens right here in Wichita. One of the greatest organizations that's been doing work and continues to do great work right here in our community is the Union Rescue Mission. And here to tell us a little bit about them today is Denny Bender. Thank you so much, Denny, for being here. I'm going to mess up your first name, last name right off the bat. So Denny, for people who are watching that maybe don't know what the Union Rescue Mission does, tell me a little bit about your mission and the work that you do in the community.
Be happy to. For 67 years now, the Union Rescue Mission has been Wichita's place of refuge and restoration for men who struggle with a decent place to live.
Sure.
They may be battling some substance abuse or facing unemployment that's set them back financially.
Sure.
So we provide emergency overnight shelter and food meet their needs. But primarily what we try to do is redirect their lives.
Right.
We've been a Christ-centered ministry since being founded in 1950, and we have a curriculum that men who submit to our authority at the mission find a way to redirect their life. And we work with them over about a 9-month period to help them repair relationships in their past, deal with whatever abuse or demons they've been battling in their past history, and set them on a course where they can reintegrate back into society and be contributing members. We also have some work with job training and help them interview for positions and determine what their skill sets might be, and accompany them on the whole process of finding employment. So it's they come to us because they're in need of shelter and a safe place to live.
Right.
We try and work with them not only in their physical needs but their spiritual, and send them on a better path.
Man, and what a needed ministry to come alongside people and just be their friend. I was looking on your website and listening to some of the stories, and I've attended one of the banquets before where I just get to hear the people's stories and how much it means to have their life turned around. And for so many people, sometimes coming to the Union Rescue Mission is the first time that they have a friend or know what it feels like to be loved the way that Jesus called us to love each other. And so powerful.
Unfortunately, society oftentimes will look at a man who's down and out and perhaps living on the street and think, well, you know, he's an adult. He should be able to go out and find a job and work. And so many times the men that we work with are suffering from some trauma in their life that's caused both an emotional or a financial setback. And they just need someone to come along and show them the way. And that's our role, you know. We've been doing it, you know, day in and out. We never close. We never turn anyone away. Last year, we on average housed 110 men each night at our shelter. And we try and present to them programs and help that will change their dependence on the community for shelter and food and care.
And one of those programs is the New Beginnings program, right?
That's our life transformation program, and it's 9 months. The men who enroll in that generally come from our overnight population that come to spend the evening with us, but then it's residential. They stay at the mission 24/7. They're enrolled in classes during the day. We work with them on typing skills and giving them some word processing, because any job that you get today, you have to be familiar with using a computer. And they work with our case managers to address any issues in their past. Some of them come with financial debts and obligations. Many even still have probation requirements that they have to fulfill. So our case management works with them on an individual basis to make sure they comply with those requirements. And it takes about 9 months to complete the curriculum. both the book learning, if you
Sure.
will, as well as the modeling of a new way to
Right.
approach life. It's all scripturally based. We are not bashful about telling people the best instruction manual they can have for life is the Bible.
Right.
So
Right.
men in our programs spend a lot of time memorizing scripture, studying the words of Christ.
Yeah, how powerful, man. And the need is so great just to hear you say that you have over 100 people every night and right in our community. That's huge. The people that you're meeting needs for and coming alongside. That's wonderful.
And so we've been known as a men's ministry, but we
Right.
do have some other programs. We've recognized that there are families in our community that struggle to put nutritious meals on the table. So we have a food pantry. We provide
Yeah.
food boxes to families once a month who are within 130% of the U.S. poverty level as far as household income. And some of the items we've actually grown in our own garden. We have 12,000 square foot garden that the men in the mission tend, and
Yeah.
they grow the
Oh, that's
vegetables that we
wonderful.
provide both for the meals that we serve
Yeah.
through our own dining room and also provides the families who come to us for assistance.
Yeah. And we're almost out of time, but I want to ask you before we close, how can people help the mission the best? I know there's volunteer opportunities, opportunities to donate things. How can people help?
Well, first and foremost, we always ask for prayer. We exist because of the benevolence of the people of this community, but also because of the direction that God has given us and the inspiration He provides our staff to continue work. We have a website. Donations are always welcome. If you want to contribute to the cost of a meal, we've kept our costs very low. We can provide a meal for $2.15, so you can donate online to provide as many meals as you want. We do welcome donations of men's clothing and items, hygiene products, toiletries that men traditionally need. And then there are volunteer opportunities.
Sure.
We started a new thing. I hope we have time to explain to you that
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have our own business now. We're a nonprofit, but we have a social enterprise that
That's
we created
wonderful.
to provide jobs for men with barriers to employment.
Sure, sure.
They have difficulties finding jobs
Right.
on their own. So they work in our book warehouse, inventorying donated books, DVDs, CDs, vinyl albums,
Yeah,
things that society is discarding.
sure.
We have found a way to remarket them and sell them on
Yeah.
eBay or
Oh, that's
Amazon.com,
great. Yeah.
half-price books. And it's created 3 full-time jobs and
Yeah.
incremental revenue to support our homeless services. So
Right.
we welcome a donation of books and
Yeah.
media like that.
Praise the Lord for that. That's cool. Well, Denny, thank you so much for your time and just for sharing your heart about the mission that you're doing there and the work that's being done.
Well, thank you
Appreciate
for the spotlight that you provide on our work.
And if you're watching and you'd like to find out more about the Union Rescue Mission, please visit their website. And Denny, what's your website? Is it?
urmwichita.org.
Okay, urmwichita.org. Please check it out. I was on there this morning. You can find all the information you would ever need to volunteer or donate or be a part of the work that they're doing. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back.